What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Gaming with the Bros Cast.
Hello. Episode number 78. How is it going, everybody?
Yes, how's it going? Hopefully everybody had a nice long week. Nick, I'm just going to jump right into it. I'm a little disappointed. It was the gods were there. All signs pointed to a Pro reveal on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And Nintendo dropped like a couple of little trailers on their YouTube channel, and they were teasing us and they were trolling us, and they knew what they were doing. I don't care what others say. I'm very upset, and I have no idea. I have no idea, if we're going to get a drop this week, with their whole E3 announcement for next week, and it's going to be just games only.
Mm-hmm. I'm not only disappointed, I'm ashamed in myself because I got caught up in the hype storm. I made a definitive tweet saying that we'd either see a reveal at 9 a.m., 10 a.m., or 11 a.m. on Thursday. And, the hours ticked by and we got to 11 a.m. and I think they tweeted about Mario Golf. I was like, this is it. This is the end of my short-lived prediction career. And I'm just sorry. I'm sorry to all the fans and listeners.
I mean, but it's not like it was just us though, because we always are speculating, and we're always thinking about stuff that Nintendo could announce. But everybody, YouTubers, podcast, like everybody was talking about something happening on Thursday.
She said, "Is the Switch Pro dropping on Thursday?" And we said, "I think so, Mom."
Yeah, I think so. How do you know about this? I got a little bird, but I don't know. I'm very upset, as bad as upset you can be for not having something completely not matter get revealed. But
and I honestly I don't know if it's gonna happen this week either, because announcing a Switch Pro the week before E3. Or less than a week before, really, if they announce it tomorrow. That'd be just strange. And of course, I say this, and they're going to drop it tomorrow morning. But
yeah, I mean, anything, it's kind of wide open at this point, right? I mean, anything can happen if they dropped it tomorrow or Thursday, whatever. I mean, good for them. I would be more than excited for it. Like, I don't care at this point. But yeah, I felt like it was a perfect storm of speculation and rumors and Bloomberg
and
reports, Amazon listing for Mexico. Everything was kind of just coming together, and we got let down. And it's our fault. It's our fault, Nick. Nintendo said nothing.
And I think we can learn something here. So going into this, and by the way, we have a fun show planned for today. We're going to talk about E3 predictions.
Yep.
But a normal part of that is Nintendo E3 predictions, and I think we need to learn a lesson and not get our hopes up too high with these predictions. And I have my ginormous list of everything that Nintendo could possibly announce, and I've circled like 3 items on it of things that are actually possible.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to temper my expectations a little bit. So let's just keep that in mind going into this prediction video in this podcast.
All right, well let's go ahead and jump into it. Before we jump into everything, Nick, how's your week?
My week was awesome. This weekend, last Thursday to be exact, my fiance Alicia and I rented a scamper van, which is imagine like a white 15-foot van that's painted and converted into a little home. It's got a bed, kitchenette, storage underneath the bed, got just a lot of cooking supplies and household supplies that you can use. So we rented that for 3 nights and picked it up in Asheville, North Carolina, and drove it to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and then stayed near there and then drove back to Asheville and stayed at the Blue Ridge Parkway. It was really, really, really awesome. Driving a van is both scary and fun, especially in the mountains, like on these windy roads. Yeah, but it was really, really awesome. Gatlinburg was a lot more touristy than I thought it would be. It's kind of like Niagara Falls, or what I imagine Vegas would be like.
Yeah.
But we did like the skywalk or the sky lift and skywalk there. So takes you up on this kind of ski lift thing, and you go up to the top, and there's this bridge that extends all the way across this big mountain gap, and it was pretty scary. It was swaying a little bit.
Yeah, that sounds especially it's got like the glass.
Yeah, it has the glass
or
floor.
tempered glass, whatever kind of material it is. But yeah, that's pretty scary. I saw the pictures you sent, and I was like, oh god.
When we were walking across, I was going through the list of family members that wouldn't do this walk. I was like, our dad definitely wouldn't do it.
No, and God, if he was like there when we did it together or something, he would just be having like an absolute panic attack.
Especially if your son was doing it as well.
Oh God, I wouldn't let. Yeah, I probably would not have a good time if I had Kellen with me.
No,
but
no, probably not.
Because I remember like back in the day going across like the Mile High Bridge. I don't know if it's in Billowing Rock or it's near Boone, but it's like the Mile High Bridge. And we went with like a school field trip, and we went across, and like on the other side at the time there wasn't any sort of. I mean, the bridge had like obviously had railings and stuff, but like once you got to the other side, you could totally get to the very edge and just jump if you wanted to. Like,
God,
yeah, it was like, how did they get away with doing something like that back in the day? So, yeah,
just unsafe.
Totally unsafe.
Completely unsafe. But yeah, but the trip was awesome. We stayed at this really, really nice RV. I want to say it's an RV resort because it had like a gym, had a pool, had really nice showers. There was like an RV event going on when we stayed there, so there were a lot of like RV people that were gathering and talking about RVs, presumably. Yeah. But it was cool. It was really awesome. I'm looking at Alicia right now, and she's just laughing, probably because I'm butchering the explanation of our trip.
It's all good.
Yeah. How was your week?
It was good. We went up to our grandma's house, Nana's. She is selling the house, so we went through a lot of her stuff and picked out some stuff that we wanted to keep. Man, 55 years of her living in that home. A lot of stuff that you kind of acquire. I thought I had a lot of stuff.
She's got a lot of stuff.
She's got a lot of stuff. So that was cool going through everything. A little kind of sad in a way, you know, just because we've been there since, you know, we were born, you know. I mean, but you know, so it's kind of sad, like seeing everything cleaned out, but it's good that it's going to someone that we know, I guess. So I guess, you know, we could always go hang out in the pool and stuff. And while we did that, the kids went out in the pool and swam while we were cleaning out. And yeah, it was bittersweet, I guess, to kind of be there and go through everything. We brought a lot of stuff home. Our grandma, she collected snow villages, like snow village pieces, and God, she probably has like over 100 pieces that we kind of divvied out through like all the grandkids and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was cool to go through all that stuff, and yeah, it was a fun week. We stayed there Friday, and then we left about 1:30 on Saturday, and then came home, and one of our buddies came over. We did our wing night, had some drinks, and yeah, we were pretty much wiped after we were up till about 1:00 on Friday night going through stuff, and then we got up at like 8:30 on Saturday and started packing more stuff up. So, but it was cool. It's always good seeing everybody and all that good stuff. So,
yeah, I wish I could have been there to help out and kind of reminisce on things.
Yeah, a lot of stuff, and like I feel like, and I told like our aunt and my mom and stuff, like the younger generation, I guess, like plates and like china and other glassware, like I don't really have a need for that stuff. Like crystal, like stuff like that. We took some home. We got some like cool. I think I got like a decanter, which is really cool. We found like a really awesome, like, I don't know the year because it wasn't printed, but it was a really old Jim Beam bottle.
Oh, cool.
Mom saved one for you. but it is super cool to see something like that. So that was awesome. They had a lot of liquor in like just left like in the house, which was kind of funny. I don't know what they ended up doing with it because I'm sure it's probably all not that. Liquor,
it doesn't go bad.
I don't think it does, depending on what it is. Like just like hard liquor, like Jack and whatever. They had some Grey Goose and some other stuff. I don't think that necessarily goes bad, but yeah, just like for me, like I collect a lot of other stupid crap, like video game stuff and dumb toys and whatever. But like, yeah, I just don't have a need for like displaying china and plates and stuff like that because I just and like me and Brittany and I have my wife we lived in our house for 5 years now, like we have a lot of stuff, so like stuff for for you guys and like our cousins, like getting some of that stuff is good, but for me it's like I'll get a couple of things just to have and say I got some stuff, but not necessarily like a necessity for myself just because like I'm not into like I kept saying, I was like, there's no world where I would break out this piece of glassware and use it. They're like, oh, well, you can have. I'm like, yeah, but I just.
It's not like you're not like a dinner party.
No, and it's like our like dining room is Brittany's office for her Etsy stuff, that she's working on. So, I mean, yeah, and we're just not a dinner party people. Our friends aren't dinner party people. That that's just not our vibe. I guess maybe in 20 years we'll get there. Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with it. But yeah, just not my steez necessarily. But I got a couple of cool things. So yeah, it was fun just kind of going through all the stuff and kind of divvying it out to all the grandkids and stuff like that.
Do you think one day your grandkids are gonna say the same thing about all your crap that you have when you're divvying it up? They're gonna be like, I don't really have a use for this Zelda amiibo.
Listen here. No, so it's funny you say that because we gave a piece of furniture to Barbara, our grandma's neighbor, and we left it like at their basement, their sliding glass door basement. And we just kind of peeked inside, and Dad was like, he's like, Harrison, come look in this. And I peeked in. He's like, I will not do this to you. I will not do this to you and Nick. There was so much just furniture and random stuff that like has no use at all. So like, he's like, I will not do this to you. So, but when you live in a house for 54 years and you never moved, like you got a lot of stuff. I mean, Mom and Dad have moved a couple times. I've moved. You get rid of stuff when you move. So like, I mean, when you're older and you've lived somewhere for so long, I mean, you're just going to acquire stuff. That's,
just how it is.
It's the way of life. So
yeah, but
that was a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of fun staying there. One last night, like I said, it was bittersweet, but it was good. And Nana was good. She came up and she was like, "Oh my God, this is a lot of junk."
She doesn't care.
No, she did take a couple things, like a couple purses and stuff, but I was like, you know what? At this point, she's out of the house. She's good. Let her take a few things, Yeah. So that was good. But yeah, nice. Before we jump into our E3 stuff, Nick, because there's really not a ton of news going on. Do you want to talk about what games we've been playing?
Yeah, my list is not very big this week because of the Scamper Van trip, so I can kind of knock mine out. So I've been playing some more Mass Effect 2.
Yes. Love it, man.
Still awesome, dude. It's so great. I did the Liara's kind of DLC mission.
Okay.
Kind of before. Like I got past like the first arc of the game, I guess. Like I did the 4 recruits and then.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Okay. So yeah, I did Liara's mission. I've just recruited Samara.
Okay. Yeah.
So I've got like Samara, Jack, Garrus, and Miranda. Morden,
yeah. I love Morden.
He's cool.
Do you have Zaid?
No, is he like the green guy?
No, Zaid is when you go to Omega, he's like right there when you start. Like as soon as you land on Omega, he's like talking to some person that he captured. But he's one of the DLC characters. But
I don't know if I've landed on Omega yet.
well, you had to have if you went to if you got Morden.
Oh, maybe I missed him.
Yeah, he's like right there when you start.
Okay.
Have you done oh shoot, what is her name? The thief? And you do like the heist mission?
Yes. Was she a DLC character?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. And
Okay.
she hangs out in like the observatory.
Yeah, yep. Cool.
Yeah, I got her.
Yeah, I just did one mission that I did not do in the original or when I first played through Mass Effect 2. So that was like super awesome. Like I can't believe I missed it because it was like a pretty big story beat, and I'm thinking maybe I did, but I just don't remember it. I don't want to spoil anything because it's actually a really cool mission, but it's I guess what I'll say and see if you've done it. It's when the Reapers are like coming in 2 days.
No, I have not done that.
Okay. So at some point when Admiral Hackett, the Alliance leader, messages you and tells you to go save his old friend, do that mission because it's awesome. It's super awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
This game is like
It's freaking awesome, dude. I love it so
really
much.
cool.
I love it, dude. I love it.
It's a lot different from the first one. Like, and the first one, you were fighting, you were fighting the enemy.
Yeah.
Like you were fighting them the whole time. But in this game, you don't really see the Reapers, or you don't really fight the Reapers until, I'm assuming the third act. So like after you do this
I don't know if
round
they
of
show up
recruiting.
at all in this game, to be honest with you, because like it's a lot of.
Oh, sorry, not the Reapers, but the
Geth,
No, not the Geth.
the Collectors.
The Collectors.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you don't fight the Reapers at all. Like that's
Yeah.
just. It's such it's such a second
rad.
game. It's
It's
such
rad.
it's such a mid trilogy thing, but for some reason it's really great.
Yeah, and that's like a lot of sequels to games back then, 10, 15 years ago, always killed it. Like with their sequel. And the third game kind of isn't as and granted, like Mass Effect 3 is the one that I remember the least out of all of them. I'm sure everything will click once I get to it. But like, you know, stuff like Dead Space 2, stuff like Uncharted 2, like they really hit their stride and kind of pushed what those games can be.
And I think it's because, you know, a lot of these first games like Uncharted, Dead Space, BioShock, Mass Effect, they all have a really great story, and the narrative is really good in them. But the gameplay kind of comes second.
Yeah, it's not quite there.
Yeah, so that's like the second game is normally when they refine it.
Yeah.
The third one is typically when they go more gameplay, less compelling story.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. Mass Effect 2 is quite different than the first one. And I love the first one. I think it absolutely still holds up. You know, the gameplay, the shooting isn't super solid. I mean, it's not the greatest. But man, 2, just everything about it is just so badass, and like all the characters are awesome. It's a great story. I did kind of miss like going to like the random planets and stuff like you mentioned on the last episode. Because like this whole scanning stuff kind of sucks. Now that I'm like starting to do it again, and it's really easy.
It's necessary.
It is necessary
to keep everyone alive. You have
to
upgrade your ship, apparently.
Yes. Every character that you recruit, has some sort of upgrade, whether it's a ship or a weapon or something.
Okay.
Have you gotten the Krogan character?
Yeah, Grunt.
Okay, cool. Grunt. Okay.
Yeah. I got Grunt.
Yeah, Grunt's awesome.
I just unlocked his like side mission or his specialty mission.
Okay, cool.
So I'm deciding which one I'm going to do next because I did Miranda's, and I'm between Jack's, Grunt's, and Garrus's right now. I'm going to do them all. I'm going to try to do like everything I can possibly do.
I would say do everything, because there's a certain point in the game where I can't remember if something happens to your crew and maybe a few get captured or something, but you're on a time limit. Like you have to go save them immediately or they will die. So like just
Oh,
know that going into it.
should I?
I would every time like someone comes to me and says they've got their special mission, I just immediately do it. So like take the game, like try to do as much as possible while you can without like hitting the major story beats. Because I don't know when that point is in the game.
I'm assuming it's when you recruit the next batch, right?
Yeah, it's probably after the next 3 or 4 or whatever on like the dossier
Okay.
that they give you.
Okay, I'll put a halt on that, and then I'll just do all the side
Definitely do
stuff.
all the side stuff as soon as you get it, just so you're
Okay.
not like caught up. Because I don't know if I think it's probably like Mass Effect 1, like after you go to Ilos, like that's it. Like you have that's the game in game,
Mhm.
and I don't think it ever mentions it in the game, which is kind of a bummer. I wish it did.
Mhm.
And I thought it did back then, but maybe I was just remembering wrong. But yeah, man, Mass Effect 2, God,
It's
I
great,
love it,
dude.
dude. I love it so
I
much. Like, and I'm just like, I was kind of hyped for like the Mass Effect reveal last year for EA, but now I'm just like, man, if they can like like they could just like capture the charm and just
mhm.
like the 70s 80s like music and just how cool, like I love it, dude.
Synth, yeah.
Yeah, the synth beat, oh man, it's so good. It's
Would
so
you
good.
want them to keep the cast, or just do like a completely new story?
Well, I would be okay with maybe having some cast members, but like I want
Mhm.
to play as like a Krogan or a Tyrion or something like that. I don't necessarily want to play as a human
Maybe you could
anymore.
choose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that'd be
would be
cool.
really cool. Not that it matters because I mean you can kind of do whatever like your ability wise. Um, but it would be cool to have the option to play as another race because there's
Yeah.
so many just badass races in this game. Um, yeah, like it's everyone like matters, I guess. Uh, they all play their part and they all have really unique backstories and stuff. And I just there's not many games where like I want to research and like get all the information for like all the races and stuff in the game. But like this game, like I love talking just to everybody because I want to know everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a great game. It's a great collection. There is like a weird glitch that I don't know if you've experienced it specifically in Mass Effect 2, but it doesn't. So like my saves are fine, but it doesn't save my time.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Okay,
having
okay.
it jumped to like 50 hours and then went back down to 0. And I was like, what the hell is happening?
So yeah, and I like looked it up and like apparently it's like a pretty big issue, but like it's not affecting like the save going forward into Mass Effect 3, which is good.
Okay.
But still kind of a bummer because like I like seeing my time played for
I do
games.
too.
Like that's just like my weird. I guess it's not weird. I mean, a lot of people do like it, but that's just like my thing. I like to see how much I've played.
It's a little frustrating.
It is, yeah. And hopefully it gets fixed. But
Mhm.
yeah, that's like the only gripe, man. That's the only gripe I have about it. It's such
Yeah.
a great game. I even like the way they do their skill tree now. It's like it's not based on like individual points. It's based on like each tier is worth one more point than the last, so you have to have 3 points to go into the next tier. So it's like I guess it doesn't really matter in the long run. Like it's kind of still the same. It's just kind of slowing your progression, I guess. Because like in Mass Effect 1, like I got everything pretty much filled up quickly. So I guess they're trying to
Yeah, that
slow the
was pretty
progression
quick.
down.
Yeah. Was it like that in the original Mass Effect 2?
It was, yeah. It was, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I even bought I can't remember which book it is, but it's the first Mass Effect book that goes into the
Oh,
backstory
cool.
of Captain Anderson.
Cool,
I bought
cool.
it for the van trip, but I also bought Dune,
Okay.
and I started reading that one.
Yeah.
And that's a cool book. I mean, there's a lot of like exposition and backstory because
Yeah.
it's kind of like Mass Effect where there's a lot of different civilizations and races.
Yeah.
So I've been reading that.
Yeah, I've got a Witcher book that I've got,
Oh,
and I've got to
nice.
read it.
Nice.
Any last thoughts on Mass Effect 2?
It's fantastic.
Yeah, It's great.
Yeah.
Is that everything you've been playing this week?
I've also been playing some Breath of the Wild Master Mode.
Oh, okay. How's that?
Yeah.
I've never touched that before. How is that?
It's difficult. It's masters only. No, the only part I'm really annoyed with is how quickly the enemy will start regenerating health.
Okay.
So if that wasn't the case, like every enemy is kind of bumped up one difficulty. So like a red bokoblin would be a gold or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But they start regenerating health really fast, so you have to just kind of nail on them. So I'm trying to avoid combat. I did the Rito dungeon first, so I have the thing where I can hold down jump and then go flying in the air.
Yeah, I can
use that to avoid a lot of combat.
Yeah, that's the best place to be right there with that ability. That one's fantastic.
Yeah, but it's fun. I mean, like I'm purely playing it because I'm just hyped for Breath of the Wild 2, but
yeah,
we'll see if I actually stick it out. I don't think I can handle Mass Effect 2 and Breath of the Wild right now, so I'll probably drop Breath of the Wild. I will drop Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I will drop.
I'm not dropping Mass Effect 2.
Nah, it's too good.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, that's all I've been playing.
Cool. I finally started playing a little bit of Pokemon Snap, which I started playing with. I played with Kellen a little bit. He really liked it. I let him play a couple of rounds. Yeah, I mean that game is just like a very relaxing experience. Just going through it. It's a lot of replayability, or I guess a lot of backtracking through the same courses, which I definitely knew going into it. So I think I'm on like the third area now, the third island, whatever you want to call it. Or the part where it splits and you have like an option to go here and here.
Volcano or
like the islands.
The island, yeah.
So yeah, I'm really liking it. It's very cool. I'll probably play some more, especially at the beach. It's definitely like a handheld game.
Great beach game.
Yeah, for real. So I'll probably play that a little bit there, and probably play a little bit more this week. I picked up Hyrule Warriors again. Started playing that. It's a lot of fun, man. It's not a great game, but I think it's a good game. It's like a 7 out of 10. Seven out of 10 maybe. Kind of game. But Jesus, are the levels like kind of too long, to be honest. Like and I feel like I'm getting towards the end of the game.
Are you at the point with the 4 options? Like you can go to these 4 corners of the map?
Yes, and I've already done that. And I think I just did the last one maybe. But because I had to save Rivali and I had to save what's the it's Rivali and what's the Gerudo's name? The girl. I'm blanking on her name, but you have to save her and Rivali, and between that and then using the flying guardian, it was like an hour. It was like an hour and 15 minutes for like total. It was like ridiculous on how long it was, but it's still really cool. Like
okay, yeah, that's where I am too.
And like fighting like the gosh, I'm like having super blank tonight.
The Guardian?
No, the horseman guys. The Lionels. There we go. They do a great job of like making those battles pretty intense, like keeping up with the regular game, and how hard they are to beat. So that's definitely cool, and I feel like they did a pretty great job on enemies in general, the bigger enemies, from Breath of the Wild. Making them hard enough. Yeah, making them hard. Yeah. So great, good game. I'll probably play some more, especially at the beach. Try to finish that. Too. Try to finish it up. But we'll see. It's a good game.
It's good.
I want to see what the DLC is because I might pick it up depending on, I don't know what it is. Have they announced what exactly it is yet, or like the time frame for this thing?
I think it's November.
Oh wow, so it's like a ways away then. Okay, I was thinking more like July or something. Yeah,
like Shadow Drop.
Yeah. Woo.
No, it's later this year.
Cool. Let's hit the news real quick, and then we'll jump into predictions. God of War 2 got delayed into 2022. Not surprised. Sony's been pretty quiet on this game since it was announced. And I mean, at this point, especially for you and I, we don't have PlayStation 5, so like, you know, and I
this
definitely
is coming to PS4.
It is coming to PS4 as well, which I think I would just wait because you know, you want to play this game on like the best experience possible. Yeah, Sony's marketing, man, they were all about that believing in generations, and how they kind of backstepped on that. Maybe it's because of COVID and they just couldn't get enough consoles out there. That's probably,
I think that's it.
That's probably what it is, and that's definitely understandable. I mean, you have 115 million PS4s out there, so like, yeah, like why
you don't want to just
wouldn't
abandon that generation before you have to.
Exactly, you know? And the fact that you can't get PlayStations to people, it's a high demand, but there's just not enough product out there. And it sounds like there's not going to be for a while. So definitely understandable, but
the delay is fine. It's just, I think 2022 is a little bit late for a cross-gen game to happen.
I think so too. I think this year is the best year.
Especially if it's like a November 2022 release. Like that's 2 years after the PS5 came out.
Yeah, even if they did it in spring, it's like
still a long time.
It's still a long time.
I felt like 2021 was going to be that kind of transitionary period.
Yeah, that bridge.
We're not seeing that at all.
Yeah.
It's probably because of COVID.
Yeah, I think it's 100% because of COVID. They couldn't get enough PS5s out there, more, you know, that they wanted to. So yeah, it's funny. It's funny, but you know, it is what it is. You gotta make the money, and that's something that I can certainly wait for. Want to
be as great as possible.
Exactly. And then Nintendo, their direct is June 15th. They finally announced that. So,
software only.
Software only.
That's what they said.
Software only. So definitely no, unless they're trolling us, and maybe they'll start with the Pro. I don't know, man. Nintendo could just do whatever. 40
minutes too. So that's pretty similar to the length of the direct that was earlier this year.
Yeah, I'm just
a lot of room for disappointment. Basically, is what I'm saying. I'm
just hoping there's not a lot of filler, because like, man, they've got to come out swinging.
Yeah,
like them and Microsoft, and I think Microsoft is probably my most hyped E3 show, just because like they have
Halo, Starfield. Just
with all their studios, they have the most to improve on, right? I mean, they're coming from the previous generation. They were, you know, last, you know, in terms of just, you know, sales, and just their kind of the way their marketing strategy started with the console, with the Xbox One. Of course, like Game Pass and all that stuff kind of completely, for me, you know, did a 180 for how I feel about Xbox and stuff like that. So I feel like they have the most to gain.
They have the most forward. To prove.
Yeah, most to prove, definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
Before we jump into predictions, I want to go grab a drink real quick, Nick. But
same here.
I do want to talk. I watched the Bo Burnham Inside Netflix special.
Me too.
Masterpiece.
Masterpiece.
God, it was so good. Like I didn't know what to expect, because I mean, I heard like great things about it, and like of course everyone's like, I went into it and I came out like not in a great place, and just like not like I don't have emotions, and I haven't really watched a ton of Bo Burnham in general. Like I haven't seen much of his other specials.
Oh.
So, and I want to now. I want to go back and watch.
It's a lot different. But
that's what I was gonna. That's what I was gonna ask. Is it pretty similar, or is this pretty different than what he's used to, or what he's put out before?
I would watch What, because that's the name of his special. It's called What. That one he uses like it's a live performance, and he tours this, but he uses lighting and background music and background voices to carry his performance, and it's just. It's unlike anything I've ever seen, and it's just hilarious, and it gets kind of real at the same time.
Yeah.
Not on the level of Inside, obviously, but you should definitely watch it. I mean,
Okay.
or at least watch some of his music videos on YouTube or something.
Yeah.
Like
I know. I definitely want to watch like all of this stuff because the special was not funny. It was not necessarily. There was some
there were some funny songs.
Funny songs.
Like the white woman's Instagram.
Oh, that was hilarious. Really that was so good. For those who don't know what we're talking about, there's a special on Netflix. It's Bo Burnham. He does like comedy, but he incorporates like singing into it. But it's just him alone in his room or a room in his house for a year, and he's just going and making songs and all this stuff, and you can kind of start to see him break down just over COVID and being alone, and he talks about all that stuff. Yeah, it's an experience, and I recommend it to anybody. I would also recommend going into it to kind of come out of it kind of down because but there are some bops, man, in that, like that the one at the very end where he like grabs it, he's like, all eyes on me, all eyes on
Yeah.
Oh my god,
that's kind of how his last songs end on the specials.
Yeah,
and I would watch at least the last song on What and Make Happy.
Okay,
because those are killer. Like he knows how to end a special, or performance or whatever. Like they're just so funny. So
yeah,
good.
like I've been scrolling through TikTok today, and like 95% of the videos that I watch have that song in the background, and I'm like, I'm not mad about it. Like it's a great song, and like it's kind of a depressing special, but it's fantastic. It's one of the best. It's one of the best specials I've ever seen. It's amazing. So highly recommend to anybody who has not seen it. And for me, like I haven't seen much of Bo perform, so kind of going in it blind in that aspect was still very cool. And yeah, it was good. So we are going to go on a very, very quick break here, refill, and come back with our E3 predictions.
Heck yeah.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so which I guess we'll go by conference, by company.
So you want to go Ubisoft?
Yeah, let's do Ubisoft first.
So I'm gonna put this out there right away.
Okay.
I think Ubisoft is gonna be one of the most predictable conferences, just kind of by design of what we've seen before. So I think they're gonna start with Just Dance. 2022. I really do. I really think they're gonna start with some sort of
just some routine. Really goofy, like over the top.
Yeah. Something kind of to get the virtual crowd loose. Get everyone ready for the days ahead.
What song do you think is going to be featured?
Is there any way to get down to Driver's License? Because I think that could be remixed in such a fashion.
Can you bop to that song? Can you vibe? Like, can you dance? Like,
dude, I've been vibing to that song.
What about Jason Derulo's like Savage Love or something? Is that in Just Dance yet? I'm sure it is.
Probably. It's probably in their paid pass, or their paid subscription service.
Nice.
I think that's there's a Caleb said there's a TikTok edition of Driver's License apparently.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I don't know if that's what he was referring to.
Driver's License is
or
featured.
Good for You by Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah.
I love that song so much.
It's pretty good.
It's so good.
It's pretty good. Okay, so Just Dance, Driver's License is featured.
That's a guarantee. That's like a
heavily.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is a forward coming out, right? That is specifically going to be talking about Assassin's Creed, right? That was announced.
Yes.
Okay.
So you don't think we're going to see Assassin's Creed at E3?
I don't think so. If they're when was this forward announced? because that's
when's it gonna be? Instead.
Yeah. Well, Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed. Hold on, I'm looking something up here. I feel like it just got announced. Maybe I'm wrong.
Is this the Ubisoft Forward that they announced?
Is it? Because I thought it was. Well,
I guess regardless.
Yeah, I mean, either way, like I think Assassin's Creed will be there. I mean, I don't think we'll get anything new just because like the Valhalla just came out in November and we're still waiting on like the DLC. So they may show like some Paris, the Siege of Paris or whatever, at the show. I don't think we'll get anything new for Assassin's Creed. It's way too soon, I think. I don't think are they on the yearly schedule again? I don't think they are for Assassin's Creed.
No. They're still at least annually.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll probably see the DLC. If we don't see it here, we'll see it at the Forward, if there is a Forward. I think we'll probably see some more Far Cry 6 gameplay at this thing. In some fashion, maybe like a new trailer. Maybe diving into the villain a little bit more. I don't really know what form it's going to take, but Far Cry is one of their flagship franchises. I'm sure we're going to see something.
Yeah. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. So I mean, Far Cry, Assassin's Creed probably show up. I mean, is there anything? I would like to see like a new Ghost Recon there, like maybe.
Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna be like Graw 3, Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter 3.
You shortened it.
Yeah,
you took it and you shortened it down. That's pretty cool. That means you know it a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Those are great games back in the day, and I feel like that could, because I guess they got what's the two kind of like the Ghost Recon games that just came out pretty recently within the last like 5 years.
Oh,
I totally forgot about those before I even said Graw 3.
Wasteland one of them?
Wasteland and something else. Like the second one was not very good, I think. So maybe not that.
maybe a new Splinter Cell.
Oh yes. Okay, so.
I mean that franchise has been dormant for years.
Yeah, they had. What was the last one that came out?
The last one I remember was on the 3DS.
What? 3DS?
Yeah.
No, the last.
That's the one I remember.
Okay.
I'm not a huge Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell was Conviction the last? No, I think there was a game after that. Blacklist.
On the 3DS?
No. No, I think Blacklist came out because it was a younger. Wow, 2013? Okay.
It's around the time that the 3DS one came out.
Conviction was really so. I think Chaos Theory is probably the most beloved one, but like Double Agent was really good, and Conviction was fantastic. And I never played Blacklist. I think Blacklist, it was a younger
Fisher.
Sam Fisher, so it was not played by Michael Ironside, which I cannot believe I remember that guy's name. But
holy crap!
But he does a great job with Sam Fisher. But yeah, I think having
that could be like their big announcement.
Yeah, that could be like a show ending announcement. I think.
Yeah,
for sure.
And Ubisoft was confirmed to be working on a Star Wars game as well. So we could see like a little teaser for that.
Ubisoft is working on a Star Wars game?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I guess they did, because EA was kind of like the flagship studio or company for Star Wars. But I think I do remember
It was
hearing about
earlier
that.
this year.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Which that could be interesting. Well, I mean, what does it be? Is it like an open world climb to the top of a AT-AT and unlock the fog map or whatever?
I think you hit the nail on the head.
So
And
some sort of
I'm in for it.
Star Wars game for Ubisoft. I totally spelled Ubisoft wrong, by the way. There we go. Star Wars game. Whatever that is.
I think we'll see a little bit more of Riders Republic. I don't know if you remember this game.
Riders.
It was like the action sports, snowboarding /
Oh yeah,
hang gliding, mountain biking game.
Yeah,
that was delayed.
Yeah, the game that Ubisoft always tries to like create like some sort of action-y.
Yeah.
But I'm about it though. Like
This is like this. It's Steep 2.
Is it? It's called Riders.
Yeah, Riders Republic.
Riders Republic. Gameplay. Okay.
So I think that was delayed. I can't remember if it was delayed until 2022 or not, because it was supposed to release in February. I'm pretty sure February 2021, and it was delayed.
Yeah.
So, maybe we'll get a release date and a new trailer for that.
Oh, we're forgetting the most important franchise, Nick. Actually, let's hold off right here. So I was gonna make a joke, but then I brought it back. So Rabbids, but do we see a Mario and Rabbids game at the Ubisoft event, or is this going to be at Nintendo?
I think
it would probably be Nintendo, right? Because this is Mario.
But the first one was announced at the Ubisoft event.
Okay. So Mario, is it Versus?
No, it's Mario plus Rabbids.
Plus Rabbids.
I think that would be good. I think that would be a good opener, actually. Oh,
yeah.
I can't say opener because we already pegged Just Dance 2022 as the opener. So, second game announced.
Yeah.
After Driver's License, fade into Good For You, and then Mario and Rabbids comes on.
Or maybe it'll just be what's her name? Olivia Rodrigo. Maybe it'll just be her. She'll come on the digital stage, and she's like, "Hey guys, Driver's License and Good For You are coming to Just Dance 2022," and then boom.
And then cut to Mario and Rabbids.
And then just a hard cut. A hard cut to
like
Mario.
A mid-sentence cut.
Yeah, like Bo Burnham style cut. Just
yeah.
But in all seriously, yeah, I would love to see Mario plus Rabbids too. That game is awesome. That game is awesome. I'm
gonna make another deep cut potentially, but Roller Champions. You remember that game that was showing off the rollerblading, and you go around the circle and you throw a ball into a ring.
To be honest, I kind of phase in and out of Ubisoft. Like I'm like a college frat boy, blacking out with Ubisoft events.
Right,
what is this game called?
Roller Champions. It's a
Roller Champions.
And being a recent advocate for rollerblades, I'm very excited for this game.
Yeah, I think I think about getting some rollerblades, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it.
It's really fun.
Yeah,
Make sure they light up. It's really cool if they light up.
Oh, well, of course, RGB baby.
Yeah,
gotta have the RGB. Chat, let us know what you guys are thinking too for Ubisoft, because they're kind of all over the place with their forwards. They're kind of like EA in that regard. They're kind of everywhere with what they've got. But what else? So Splinter Cell, we talked about that. Ghost Recon. Now that we mentioned the previous two games, I don't know if that's going to show up. Maybe a teaser for the new game, but no like name. Maybe just some sort of crazy teaser. What about that Skull and Bones game?
That was announced in 2017.
Yeah.
I think we'll see
re-announcement.
Yeah, some sort of like reintroduction to the game. Maybe it changed a lot. Yeah. I mean, I'm not super interested in a ship only tactics fighting game.
Yeah.
But I can see the appeal. I could see the like appeal at the time it was announced, like during like Sea of Thieves. And I think that was it. Like,
well, didn't this game start out as a Pirates of the Caribbean game, and then got moved onto Skull and Bones? Am I remembering that correctly? I mean, this was like 7 years ago, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it might have. That sounds right.
Either way, I
think
I think that would be cool.
That's like a good mid-presentation game.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people are liked what they saw, but then it just kind of disappeared into the night.
Yeah. I think we could see a new Division game.
You think so?
I think it's like rumored that there's going to be a free-to-play Division game.
That was rumored because I think Ubisoft mentioned that they were going to start working on free-to-play stuff more than your typical $60 AAA kind of stuff. And I could see the Division falling into that category, especially since Destiny went free-to-play and I think is doing pretty well.
That could be like their Destiny.
Yeah. Free-to-play announcement. That could be cool. I'm thinking that this Ford has to end with oh my god, my brain tonight. Oh my gosh, the most hyped game of all time behind like Half-Life 3.
Mother 3?
No. Oh my gosh, it's got like the Pig Man in it, and
oh, you mean Beyond Good and Evil?
Beyond Good and Evil 2,
or Tom Clancy's Extraction, the Tom Clancy's Quarantine. Except, you see that today? They renamed it.
Oh, you talk about the
PvP game?
Well, I thought the Quarantine was the expansion.
Follow-up.
I thought it was the expansion to
Ghost Recon Siege.
Yeah, that
or to whatever Tom Clancy's Siege. I thought it was a follow-up. Am I wrong?
No, I'm pretty sure it's an expansion, and it was called something, and they changed the name.
Well, it was called Quarantine. They changed it to Extraction.
Right, it's Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six, that's what it is.
Rainbow Six Quarantine.
Extraction.
Right now it says it's supposed to be released sometime before September 30th.
Okay.
2021. So yes, I would imagine that's got to be there, right?
Yeah. I don't think we've seen
But it's an expansion.
Anything.
It's an expansion to Siege. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll probably see that.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see. So Rainbow Six Quarantine gameplay / release date.
And that's kind of all I had for Ubisoft.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else they have. Ubisoft. Unless they come out of the blue with a entirely new Tom Clancy game or something like that. Maybe I'll add that. Brand new Tom Clancy game. Let's see. Ghost Recon, Far Cry, we mentioned. Assassin's Creed. Ooh. So Prince of Persia got delayed.
Oh yeah, it's a 2022.
So maybe we'll see some of that. And it did not look good when they showed it off.
No, it did not.
It looked very bad. And I think most of the internet agreed. I'm thinking, well, is this? I thought Brothers in Arms was
an Ubisoft game.
I could have swore that it was a Far Cry. Let me see. Did they? I guess they did make it, right? Most people, the Borderlands people.
Yeah, that was Gearbox.
Gearbox, right? That's Gearbox. Yeah. Why is it saying this is on here? Anyways, do you think we could get like a new Rayman or something?
I don't know what form that would take. But do you think that'd be a 3D game or a 2D game?
Probably 2D. I mean, that last one was freaking on everything.
Legends.
Yeah, Rayman Legends, and I think that did really well. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, that could be a good one. Yeah, I could see it. I mean, it's been like a few years since Legends came out. Well, like 8 years. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time since that's been out.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Cool. All right, so I did not expect that much for Ubisoft, to be honest. So just for the audio listeners here, this is an absolute. The way it's going to start is Just Dance 22. Olivia Rodrigo is going to come on stage, on the digital stage, driver's license, good for you, in the game. Yeah, and then
hard cut.
Well,
Mario Rabbids.
If that actually happens, not even a hard cut, but just cuts to Mario Rabbids. But from here on, it's whatever order, I guess. Some sort of Splinter Cell reboot, whatever that means. The Star Wars game that has been rumored, that Riders Republic game being showed off, maybe more gameplay, release date. Mario plus Rabbids 2. That Roller Champions that I cannot remember for the life of me, but Nick did. Maybe some sort of like Ghost Recon reboot. Maybe. A Skull and Bones re-reveal, since that's been in development for a long time now. Maybe a free-to-play Division game coming out. Absolutely ends with Beyond Good and Evil 2 for sure. Sure. With a release date. Let me put that with a release date. Rainbow Six Quarantine gameplay with release date. Maybe some sort of brand new Tom Clancy game that's never been out before. My caps lock is on. There we go. Prince of Persia remake, the one that was announced last year that looked absolutely terrible, graphics wise. We'll probably get like maybe not a re-reveal, but just more gameplay for that. Hopefully the graphics look better. And then maybe some sort of new Rayman game, since it's been a while.
Yeah.
Nick, anything else you can think of for good old Ubisoft?
I think that's good. I think we'll get about half of... No, I would say... I'd say half. Half of what we put on here.
Yeah, it's a lot. And again, this is just pure predictions, and especially when we get to Nintendo, it's going to be what we want, not necessarily what we know is going to get announced. So that's going to be.
We'll try to separate them as much as we can, but
yeah, exactly. Which one do you want to move on to now?
Well, let's do Gearbox. That one's really quick.
Gearbox.
Yeah. So there was a leak today, and a website that Gearbox put up, but it's. The game is allegedly called Wonderland, and it's a Tiny Tina spin-off Borderlands game. We don't know what form it's going to take, whether it's like in the same vein as a normal Borderlands or if it's something completely different. But I think that's kind of guaranteed to be announced. I think it actually might be announced before their presentation, because there's a countdown of like 3 days, and that leads to Thursday. Their presentation's on Saturday. So we might see that before the presentation, and then they have they have like 30 minutes for their actual conference on Saturday, so I have no idea what they're going to announce. Like,
Yeah, I
is it
mean,
just going to be magic tricks from for Brandy
Randy
Pitchford?
Pitchford, he'd be like, "Look at my
Yeah.
money." Um, yeah. What genre would you want this game to be if it's not going to be like your typical Borderlands style game? Because I just with 1, 2, and 3, and then um, the prequel, whatever. Um,
You've kind of had your fix, right?
and I didn't touch 3. So yeah, I'm kind of done with Borderlands and that kind of style of gameplay, I guess. Maybe not that style, but just Borderlands in general. Um, so, and who knows? I may like 3. I didn't really give it a chance. I didn't try it at all. But what kind of genre do you think that this could possibly be if it was different? And can they put out another first-person looter shooter, just with Tiny Tina as the main character? I guess they could. They could do whatever they want.
They could. I could see this being like a turn-based strategy game, like a Fire Emblem.
Okay.
For no specific reason. Just because I think there was a Tiny Tina DLC, and it was like a dragon themed DLC, and it kind of reminded me of like a board game type, D&D game. So maybe it's something kind of genre jumping like that, like just a turn-based strategy. I guess it's called a tactical strategy game. I think that's what they're called.
That could be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that could be an interesting way to shake up the Borderlands tried and true formula of looter shooter.
I'm gonna throw one out here, Nick. Aliens, Colonial Marines 2.
Nice. Okay. It could be good. The first one wasn't very well received.
It was not. So I played a little bit of it. It was pretty bad.
Do you think they would reboot it, or do you think they would just straight up
2? Straight up.
That seems like a really
sequel.
Gearbox type.
Yeah.
Move.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so Marines.
Gosh, what else? What else do they have? I'm gonna say Brothers in Arms. I'm gonna throw that out.
Just a reboot.
Just a reboot. Yeah, because I mean at this point,
it's been long enough.
And those games were pretty good. So, and definitely I think World War II for sure.
World War II, is that what you said?
Yeah, World War II.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe a Duke Nukem game.
A Duke Nukem. Okay.
Duke Nukem Forever.
Forever, yeah, that'd be something they would do. Forever again. We're
Forever
back,
again.
baby. We back.
You're back.
Man, that's
kind of it, right?
Yeah, that's. I have like 0 Gearbox games. I'm just trying to look at the stuff they've got. Gosh. Let's see. Duke Nukem is on its 20th anniversary world tour, so
There you go.
maybe that's a chance.
Maybe Godfall DLC or Godfall. I don't know, something for Godfall.
They make Godfall?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
they published it at least.
Published it, yeah. Okay. Aliens,
Yeah.
Colonial Marines. Oh, maybe Battleborn?
No way. No.
I'm not gonna type it on there. That game's dead.
Good game.
Okay. That's it, right?
That's it. That's 30 minutes. 4 games.
4 games. I think one has a chance of being there. The Wonderland game.
Yeah. I hope to be pleasantly surprised by Gearbox's presentation.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, which one's next?
Microsoft and Bethesda.
Yeah, I'll say Microsoft,
which is also Microsoft now.
Yeah,
but it's different at the same time.
Yeah, it's weird that they're doing like a joint, but I guess I don't know.
Hey, they're family now.
They're family. We had a whole like 3-hour like video about it.
Yeah.
Man, where do we start?
I mean, Halo Infinite. Do you think that's the starter?
That's absolutely. I think it's very. I don't think it's an ender because it's already been announced. So if it wasn't, then yes. But I think it'll be one of the first games shown, and I think it's gonna look beautiful. I have a high hopes.
Do you think we're seeing campaign, multiplayer, the whole shebang?
I think so. Campaign / multiplayer reveal. We'll get a beta packed in with with Crackdown 4. I mean, beta announcement.
Beautiful.
And I'm sure my Xbox will die completely by that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's a given. I mean, they've already said it's going to be there.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely.
So I guess the other obvious one is Starfield. That one was shown in their poster, in their announcement picture.
Starfield, I think they're going to give gameplay and a release date. It's going to come out this year.
You think so?
I think so.
Not a 2022 game? 2021?
I think so. I think when Bethesda is ready to show games, they're coming out this year. Now we got a teaser. We got a teaser for Starfield. We've got a teaser for Elder Scrolls 6. But I think when they properly show off a game, it's coming out this year.
So, prediction for release dates: Halo Infinite September, and Starfield in November.
Has Halo been confirmed for September?
Nope, that's just prediction. It's confirmed for fall.
Okay, I didn't know if they gave a proper month.
But I think it's ready. I think we'll find out that it's pretty much ready to go. They'll have a beta this summer, or at least in September. Boom, boom, boom.
Do you think that they still are gonna put it out for Xbox One?
Yeah.
You think so? Okay.
They have to.
Yeah. Okay. So Starfield gameplay release date this year. You're thinking November for Starfield?
Thinking November.
November. We gotta find a fun way to turn this into some sort of drinking game or something when we're watching these videos. Be fun.
Yeah, we could potentially use the bingo cards.
Yeah.
Every time you get a square, you take a drink.
Yeah. Let's see. What else we got here? What else?
I think we're gonna see Psychonauts 2.
Okay.
And get a release date of August.
My God, I can't spell. Psychonauts.
And that's
2. And release date?
Of August.
Of August.
And that's purely speculation as well. No true reason aside from them saying the game is coming out in 2021. And
Caleb said, drink every time you wish the new Elder Scrolls game would be announced. All the time, brother. All the time.
Be dead.
Speaking of Elder Scrolls, I think we get some gameplay. No, I'm just kidding. That game's not ready yet.
Yeah, no way.
I don't even think it'll be mentioned, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year's. Well, gosh, I don't even know.
Because the Elder Scrolls, or the Bethesda team is working on Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6, presumably, and I'm assuming they're putting all of their efforts into Starfield at the moment, or at least they were until this year. So
I'm thinking we'll see. We will get a Fallout game announcement.
Like a Fallout 5?
No, like a Fallout city name, like like New Vegas.
Oh, but from what team?
So what was the team that? Let's see. They did a very it was a Microsoft team. They did a very cryptic tweet about like some sort of like first person sci-fi game they were working on.
Oh,
It was very cryptic though.
I don't know.
I can't remember the developer. But I'm thinking it's a long shot. It really is. But
what do you think the setting will be? New Orleans.
I was just gonna say that from a different Microsoft team. I'm thinking New Orleans. That would be very, very cool. I mean, you've got like the whole like the bayou and stuff like that. So like you've got your weird, and then you incorporate like the voodoo stuff. Like I feel like that could be very cool. That could be a very, very strong, very strong title. And New Vegas was highly regarded back in the day, and I think it's still one of. I feel like I need to go back and play that game because I don't think I finished that one, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Fallout game, yeah, some sort of Fallout game announced. That's not 5 because I don't think 5. I don't think we'll get Fallout 5 probably until after Elder Scrolls. So that could be like 7 years from now, 5 years, 6 years, which is crazy.
Right.
Crap load of amazing Game Pass games revealed. Something just absolutely bonkers. I don't know.
Final Fantasy VII coming to Game Pass. Yeah, get typing.
7 remake. Oh my god, dude! Could you imagine?
I don't know if it'll happen, but I don't know if. I mean, I guess that would happen in their conference rather than Square's, but that'd be cool.
That's kind of that's like the biggest game I can think of right now.
That would come to Game Pass.
That would come to Game Pass. That would be awesome. That'd be so cool.
Other than Battlefield 6, which I think that one's coming to Game Pass. I don't know if that'll be announced at an actual conference though.
You think it's for sure coming to Game Pass?
I think so. Microsoft put out a tweet that was very. They put out like a Game Pass tweet.
Okay.
That was very much a callback to a tweet that the Battlefield Twitter did.
Yeah.
Like a month ago, and it's something like June is great for games or something like that. It was very, very on the nose. So I think that Battlefield 6 is going to come day one to Game Pass. I don't know if that'll be announced
Battlefield
earlier
6,
or at the conference, but
day one on Game Pass. Who it is? Well, no, EA is. I don't think this is at Microsoft because Battlefield 6 won't get because
they're announcing it on the 10th.
On the 10th.
Oh, they're showing a reveal for Battlefield 6.
Well, hold on, let me type that back in. Because EA's stuff isn't until next month, right? July.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think
there could be some stuff here though from EA.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since like all their stuff is on Game Pass anyways right now. Battlefield 6 day one on Game Pass. Even it's like maybe it's just multiplayer, which I guess wouldn't make a lot of sense. Like why would you divide that up? Yeah. All right, so that we'll throw it in there. We'll throw it in there. All right.
Just a quick one here, but I think we'll see some Microsoft Flight Simulator, and that'll be coming to Xbox Series X/S either day and date of the conference or like in July. I think that's coming pretty soon.
Okay. Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Because they said it was coming summer, but they didn't specify when exactly it was coming. I guess we're not technically in summer yet, but
Yeah, GTA 6 is never coming out, by the way.
Hey, whoa. It's got to get a remaster on the PS6 before GTA 6 can come out.
Jeez. Gears. Gear 6 announcement.
No.
You don't think so?
I don't know, man. When did Gears 5 come out? It came out in 2019.
2019. Yeah, September 2019.
I think at most we would see a cinematic reveal.
Not release date, just Gears 6 announcement. That might be pushing it.
That could be a good ender for like Microsoft's side of things.
Yeah. It all comes to an end.
Oh, that's good. And then for Bethesda's side, I think Wolfenstein 3 could be their one more game. Or their one more thing.
I still didn't play through Gears Tactics, by the way.
Yeah. One day.
Wolfenstein 3 announcement. Gosh, man, I would love to see a Prey 2.
Yes.
That game is absolutely incredible.
And we don't know what... Wait, well, that's Arcane.
Yeah.
They have... What's that game called that's coming out?
Oh, they have... Well, it's Deathloop.
They have Deathloop, and then Tango Software or Softworks has Tokyo
Ghostwire.
Yeah.
Or Ghostwire Tokyo?
Ghostwire Tokyo. And that's coming to PS5, so that's not going to be there. And presumably there's not going to be an Evil Within 3 announced because they're working on Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah, but they're finishing up Evil Within 3. I still need to play 2.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that. Waiting for that Game Pass.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna throw it in there. Evil Within 3.
Okay.
Just to throw it in there.
More is a want than a.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be there, but we'll throw it in there just so we could say we did.
Yeah. So let's touch on Obsidian a little bit, which is it's weird that Obsidian is they're kind of back with Bethesda weirdly.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think we'll see some what's the game they're working on?
Avowed. I think we could see some of Avowed. I think we'll see like Grounded.
Some more Grounded update.
Mm-hmm.
I want to jump back into that too.
Yeah, I wonder what they've added since.
I have no idea. No idea. Do you think we see Fable? You think we see Fable here? Fable? No,
I don't.
No Fable?
I don't think we see Fable or Perfect Dark, Everwild.
Everwild is by who?
That's Rare's game.
Rare's game. Okay.
Yeah.
Fable? You don't think Fable's gonna be shown?
I think that's like I think that's kind of like a Starfield situation where they just wanted to show that it existed, or like an Elder Scrolls 6, where they wanted to show that it was in the works. But you can put it on the list. I mean, that's fine. But I don't know, man. If all they had to show last year was just a pre-rendered cinematic trailer, then I'm hesitant to.
Yeah, I get
this year.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from, but like
post-COVID.
And that's what kind of worries me is the fact that if Microsoft is them and Bethesda are like kind of like teaming up for this conference, like how much are they relying on Bethesda right now? That's what kind of gets me a little bit concerned because like, you know, I want them to like have not only their stuff that
still have a good show,
but not rely on Bethesda too much because we already know like Bethesda's gonna have some bankers, right? So I want them to. That's why I like Gears. I want to see some Gears. I want to see some Halo. I want to see some Fable. I want to see. You know, we'll probably see Forza Horizon, or like the new Forza.
Forza Horizon 5. I think that'll be like a second or third game show.
Do you think it's Horizon 5 or do you think it's for Forza Motorsport?
I think it's Horizon
5. Okay.
5. even though that's not the next game in like the lineage. I think I think it's supposed to be Motorsport 8, but I think it'll be Horizon 5. There's been a couple of leaks kind of pointing to that. Hellblade 2. Do you think we'll see that?
Oh yeah. Oh my god, I totally forgot about Hellblade.
I think we'll see like another trailer, maybe showing some gameplay. But I
think it's coming out this year too.
You think so? Okay.
I think so. Gameplay.
Do you think that's gonna be like a December game or
October maybe?
October. Oh, yeah, spooky, kind of spooky.
Spooky, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that, man. Hellblade was such a great game. Hopefully, like the gameplay, like the fighting has improved because like that got kind of tedious at the end. But great story. And creepy trailer too. Creepy announcement trailer. Man, what else, Nick? What else we got here?
Scorn. Remember Scorn?
Oh yeah, from last year's yeah. Scorn gameplay? Right? What you sipping on, by the way?
Oh, this is it's White Zombie. It's a white ale.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like it.
We had some I thought Dad would have some Mickeys, some Mick Ultras at Nana's, but he did not. So Josh and Jordan brought some sort of like cider drink, cider beer. It's good. It was good. So Scorn gameplay. Man, what else? I want to say some sort of platinum game, but like with their history with what's that one that they canceled? Scalebound. I don't think so, but I got a feeling. I don't know.
Well, Platinum's got Bayonetta 3. Is that all they have going on?
Yeah,
they had quiet.
They announced like their big 4 games, right? Like the Platinum 4 or whatever it was. Okay,
which was
not super
pretty lame.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe something for Platinum. Maybe like maybe they bring back Scalebound. And that's not a prediction. I don't want that to go down as my prediction for.
I'm not typing that out because I don't think that's going to happen. Halo Wars 3 maybe, or Halo Wars in general. I mean that was Creative Assembly that made those 2 games, and they've since been disbanded.
So who would take up the?
I would love, and I don't know where this who made the Lord of the Rings.
What's that called?
Lord of the Rings RTS Battle for Middle Earth. Lord of the Rings Battle. That's a long shot. That's an absolute long shot. I want to know who published this. Oh, look at it. 360 artwork. EA made that. Okay. They published that. Okay. Do we see Elden Ring here?
I think we could. But no, put it down. I think you should put it down.
Okay.
I think it's definitely a possibility. It's one of my most anticipated games.
Oh, for sure.
If we even have it at E3. That's just what I'm worried about. Like, you know that trailer that leaked a few months ago? Like, I'm wondering when that would have been announced. Like, when that trailer would have dropped.
I don't think I saw that trailer.
Really? Okay.
I'll have to check that out.
Look good. Looked like an open world Dark Souls.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to expect from this game. Like, I have no idea what to expect, but it's from, so like I'm gonna be about it. Like, cause they're and I still need to go back and play and finish Sekiro. But did you finish that game?
Yeah.
You did. Okay. Yeah, I definitely need to go back and
that was like one of the hardest last bosses I've ever done.
Oh God,
that's crazy.
Don't tell me that. What do you think their closer is?
I think
Elden Ring?
Starfield could be their closer, or Elden Ring. I think. I mean, but Elden Ring, that's not a first party game. Like,
it's not.
I don't know if you close.
It's not, but it's. I mean, it's not unprecedented that other games debut on. Mm-hmm. You know, especially with like third party stuff, like stuff. They have to debut somewhere, and why not on the most powerful console ever made?
The most powerful console
with no games.
No games.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's a couple of options. I think it could be Starfield. It could be like Wolfenstein 3. It could be Elden Ring.
I don't think Wolfenstein. I think that's.
Or is that too niche?
Well, I know those games like score wise did very well, and just like and I've never played the second Wolfenstein, and I actually don't think I played the first one. I think I played just the blood, not Young Blood, the other one, the expansion one.
Old Blood.
Old Blood. But like just listening to like the Bombcast, and like they had a specific category for their Game of the Year podcast of all the crazy shit that happened in Wolfenstein 2. Mm-hmm. I want to play it, but yeah, I don't think Wolfenstein 3 is a show ending reveal. I don't think it's necessarily too niche, but it's just not that like popular, I guess. Like, it's not a flagship game, Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this game is super popular. I'm just not thinking about it like that. But I'm thinking more of like Starfield or Gear 6 or.
Oh yeah, Gear 6 could definitely be a closer.
I think Elden Ring could absolutely be a closer.
So.
And then they throw in that little, and it's coming to Game Pass day 1. I'm just playing.
So either Elden Ring, Gear 6, or Starfield. I'm starting to think Starfield won't be a closer. That'll be like could be right behind Halo Infinite at the beginning, but we'll see. I mean, they can obviously arrange it a couple of ways.
Yeah, I know we've been let down a lot this year, Nick, with every developer, every kind of company.
Event.
What was the other one? Gear 6, Elden Ring. What was? Oh, and Starfield. Possible closer. I have very high hopes for Microsoft. I think, like you mentioned at the very beginning, they have the most to prove. Just no games yet, really, for the Series X, at all. Have
you heard about the Medium?
Great game, by the way.
May I interest you in a 4-hour horror adventure?
Yeah, it's good. It's a
probably
solid
coming to PlayStation soon.
Yeah, I did see it got listed for PS5, which is good. I feel like a lot of people should play the game because it is a good game. Yeah. But yeah, Microsoft they have the most to prove. Just coming off of a bad last generation with the Xbox One. Of course, when Phil Spencer took over for Don Matrick's role as head of Microsoft or Xbox, I think he's done a great job. And he's a charismatic dude. He's turned around like gameplay. The Game Pass has turned around Xbox, obviously, with being like the Netflix of gaming. They you can kind of feel that they really care about gamers first, right? That being said,
they do.
That being said, we're in almost a year of, or about 7 months into the next gen with their Series X and S, and we have no games, so that can't last forever, right? You can't
have nothing forever.
You can't have nothing forever. You can't rely solely on Game Pass So it's time. It's time for the announcements. It's time for the release dates. You know, they've scooped up so many developers in the last 5 years. It's time. It's time.
It is. I agree. It's time for them to show something. I mean, you wanting them to show Fable is completely warranted. Like that's going to be like a next gen game, and you know, whether or not we see it, like that would be a big deal if they showed something like that. So
absolutely.
We'll see. But unless you have anything else you want to predict for this one, we can move on to Square real quick. I don't think we'll have a ton to say on it, but
I'm just trying to think anything else. I'll throw in Halo Wars. I mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
Halo Wars 3 or reboots, I guess. Yeah, that's about it. I can't think of anything else.
I'm excited for this one. I'm really pumped.
And this is on Sunday?
Yeah, this is Sunday the awesome. 10th, 11th.
Yep. So
no, 12th, 13th, Sunday the 13th.
So just for the listeners to know, we will be. Have we decided if we're going to stream it, or are we just going to record like kind of our reactions?
I think we can try to stream it. I downloaded OBS on my computer. So
okay, cool.
We could try to run it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna bring some of my microphones too. So we'll we plan on, for the most part, streaming these kind of major events. You know, just to have fun with it, because we're, you know, it's not often that we're both in the same room together recording a podcast. Let alone E3, baby. E3.
It worked out perfectly.
It did.
It really did.
It did. So yeah, I'm super excited for next week. Obviously, just for vacation purposes, but just to be able to watch it together, it's gonna be freaking awesome. So super pumped about that. But let's move on to old Square Enix.
Yeah, Square Enix, the makers of Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Do we see Tomb Raider?
No
Tomb Raider.
Unless they reboot it. I don't think we'll see a Tomb Raider 4.
Okay.
I think we'll see Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy Origins, which is the
Tomb Raider did just have like a anniversary, right? They did a video, right? It was like not so long ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They did like and they're like a collection coming out for the 3 games. Yeah. So
it's just I think it already came out. It's just a bundle.
Oh, okay. So nothing even.
It's not like a remaster.
So maybe we'll see something. It's the 25th anniversary, so maybe we'll see something. Tomb Raider.
Like I'm gonna write this down.
Something.
Okay, that's a wide enough net. We'll catch something.
I don't think it'll be the next Tomb Raider game. I don't know. We'll see something Tomb Raider. We have to.
Okay, here's my prediction. Tomb Raiders.
Stop.
And it's a multiplayer.
Stop.
It's a PvP. Who can get the most treasure and climb the fastest? Hard cut. Final Fantasy 16.
So you think we'll see a Final Fantasy 16?
Yeah. I think we'll see gameplay and a release date of early 2022.
Now, have they already announced Final Fantasy 16?
Yeah. They announced it at PlayStation's event last year.
They did. Oh my god, I totally forgot about it. Okay. Jeez. Okay. So Final Fantasy. God, I cannot believe I totally forgot about that. 16 gameplay, right? Maybe reveal / release date.
Yeah, something like that.
So okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and then we'll see Final Fantasy Origins, which is the game that's rumored to be worked on by the Neo developers.
Right. Yep.
It's gonna be like a Souls-like Final Fantasy game set in the Final Fantasy 1 setting.
Okay.
Boom,
Could be
bam.
cool. Could be cool.
Yeah.
Could be very cool. Okay.
Life is Strange. See more of that?
Yeah. I don't want to be negative. I don't want to be negative.
Why are you so blue about it?
Life is Strange trailer.
It'll probably be a shorter trailer.
Yeah. I don't know. I just
What's your problem, man?
Come on. No, this game's the storytelling wise, it does a lot for gaming. I get that. I don't know. They just spent a lot of time on it on the Square Enix event.
Oh yeah, you were really put off by the hosts of that.
It was like the guy. It was like the developer guy. I can't remember his name.
That really wanted you to feel the emotions.
It's like, yeah, like a lot of games make me feel stuff. It's not the first time, bro.
It's like you don't have to tell me that it's gonna make me feel this way.
Yeah, just put it
show
out there.
me. Yeah, but yeah, I digress. You will probably see that.
Life is Strange 3. I forget what it's called.
Yeah.
Life is Strange trailer.
I think the one of their studios, I can't remember which one it is, but one of them is rumored to be working on a Guardians of the Galaxy game. Like, I think it's actually the studio Dynamics? That did no, the Eidos Montreal.
Oh, Eidos. Yeah.
The ones who did, I think they did Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Okay,
yeah. I think they're kind of rumored to be working on a Guardians of the Galaxy game of some sorts. Whether it'll be similar to the Avengers, probably not. After the Avengers.
Speaking of Avengers, we'll probably get like gameplay for Black Panther,
and maybe a Spider-Man gameplay reveal. Wasn't that like a thing? Wasn't that ever a thing?
They promised that it was supposed to be exclusive to PlayStation, but they still have not put it out.
Okay.
Black Panther gameplay, and maybe Spider-Man reveal. I don't know, man. This game is. I liked it. I like the story a lot. But all the multiplayer stuff was so same old. Like mission wise, it was very boring.
Go here, kill this person.
Yeah, I started playing that future imperfect Hawkeye stuff, which I may go back to and try to finish, but I'm just kind of checked out, to be honest.
Don't go back, man. Just
did you finish the game?
No, because I
would say
I didn't really like the gameplay that much.
Yeah, I guess if you don't like the gameplay, yeah, there's not much you could do. I thought it was okay. But I thought the story was interesting enough to keep me going with it. But that was about it. But yeah, the gameplay is like kind of generic, really.
Yeah, that's kind of my problem with it.
Yeah.
For Spoken, I think we'll see some more of that.
Yeah, that
in some
what Unreal 5 tech demo turn game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
maybe we'll see that. I mean, I don't even know.
For Spoken gameplay, maybe. Yeah, it was interesting. I guess. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with it.
So that's a good list. What do you think their closer will be?
Probably Final Fantasy 16.
You think? What about 7 Part 2?
Ooh, yeah.
Maybe no gameplay or anything, but just like a cinematic of sorts.
Final Fantasy 7 Part 2, or whatever they call it, coming spring 2021.
2022?
Yeah, 2022. Sorry, yeah, 2022.
Gotcha.
Maybe. I mean, the engine's there, right? It's not they're not building an engine.
And Intergrade is coming out. That's coming out in June.
Yep.
So that's done. I mean,
so yeah, good time to put that out, and then E3, boom, and then that I think that'll spike the sales for Intergrade, and then yeah, I think it's genius.
I think so too. And I think that's it. I think that's the Square Enix presentation. I can't really see there being anything.
Yeah, unless they just have like something like some crazy RPG that's not been announced yet, or some sort of tactical RPG, or something that they're kind of known for. I think that's probably
sprinkle a mobile game.
Yeah, I think you're
or two.
Maybe Just Cause. Do you think any Just Cause announcements? Just Cause 5? I don't know how well that series does for a 5th game.
I think it does like decently well. I think people like it enough. It's like it's not an alternative to GTA by any means, but
yeah,
it's like kind of in the same vein.
Okay.
Just kind of dicking around and
yeah, it's like a sandbox, whatever. Sandbox.
Yeah, sandbox.
Yeah, I mean I'm excited about Final Fantasy 16. I need to go. I still want to go back and play 10 and 10-2, and I think I miss 15 being on Game Pass, but you liked it a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I loved it.
Yeah, cool.
Oh man, that's just like it's the most brotherly game I've ever felt.
Road trip.
Yeah, well, road trip.
Do you think maybe any sort of Final Fantasy 14 expansion?
Yeah. I think they'll show.
Or maybe they announced Final Fantasy 17 online. I don't think so.
That's an idea.
Not a good one. But it's an idea.
It's not a good...
All right, what else? Who else is going to be here? I know Devolver is going to be there, but that's it's hard to kind of like speculate what they're going to announce.
They're going to have some sort of elaborate skit throughout their entire show, and it's going to be completely ridiculous. And then they'll sprinkle in a few game announcements.
Yeah.
I think Warner Bros has one. They'll probably show.
Have they announced Batman. Something?
I think the E3 official page announced something, but there's not like a specific time.
So they'll show off what Gotham Knights gameplay that got delayed until 2022. Mm-hmm. Did they show off? Where does I guess this Suicide Squad kills the Justice League?
Yeah.
Does that fall in? That's them. Gameplay probably, right? Gameplay. Don't know if we get a release date for that. I don't think that's going out this year. That's kind of it, right? Warner Brothers. Maybe Ed Boon in NetherRealm. Maybe a Mortal Kombat 12? 9, 10, 11, 12? Right? No, 12 got it. 12 came out. Is it 9?
13.
13. No. I don't think... Did 12 come out?
Oh, no, it's 11.
11 was the last one. So maybe Mortal Kombat 12 gets announced? Or maybe Mortal Kombat 12 or Injustice 3?
Yeah.
But weren't they... I thought they were rumored to have another game developed. Did you ever watch Invincible, Nick?
I did.
Okay. You did watch it.
I did, yeah.
Like the cartoon?
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay. Not the M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Okay. No, I never. I've
okay.
watched that yet.
I saw something about like one of the the people on there being on Mortal Kombat, and it was awesome. But
Okay.
yeah, that's probably it from Warner Brothers, right? I mean,
maybe Hogwarts Legacy, but
Hogwarts, yeah, that could be a good one. Hogwarts Legacy gameplay. We haven't seen anything for gameplay wise.
No, we saw a little bit of gameplay.
We
they had
did
a trailer, but it was like
a proper like a
proper gameplay.
Yeah, like a demo, gameplay demo.
Not just a sizzle reel.
Yeah, sizzle reel. That could be cool. I think that's it for Warner Brothers. I don't think they have much else, unless they just announce something crazy.
Yeah.
You
wanna go to Nintendo?
Yeah, let's
Close out there.
Close out on Nintendo, because I know it's gonna be a good while for that one.
What's their opener?
Honestly, I don't know. The Pro? The Switch Pro?
Okay. If you're gonna start us off on Nintendo like this, then
if they do not announce the Pro this week, I think they start with the Nintendo Switch Pro.
But they said
they threw us off. They drove even more hype for their E3 reveals. Wild speculation, by the way, guys. Wild speculation. If it isn't revealed sooner, or revealed prior to E3,
I'm gonna disagree. Leave it there, but I think if it's not announced before E3,
it's not getting announced.
It's not gonna happen. I don't know, man. Like, the Switch Pro has been rumored since literally 2018, or probably late 2017.
Yeah,
and Bloomberg keeps shooting their shot.
Who's this Bloomberg guy?
Seriously, is it one intern at Bloomberg that just keeps talking to some insider, and it's crazy that there have been so many reports of the Switch Pro, but literally nothing from Nintendo has come out about it.
Yeah,
no confirmation. It's been 4 years since the Switch.
I'm in agreement with you. If it doesn't get revealed this week, I don't think it'll be at E3. I just want to put it on there just so it's there. So it's there. But I'm in agreement. But maybe, who knows? Who knows?
But Harrison,
someone could say something and just to throw you off. That's the game industry. They are so secretive about everything that they have to do these things because like stuff gets leaked all the time.
You're right. you're right. But it's been 4 years since the Switch came out.
It's time.
It's time for a new console. I don't know if it's time for a mid-generation step.
I would also agree with you there too. I would be willing to wait another year for a Switch 2 or whatever it's going to be. I would prefer that, to be honest with you, because I want something that's even more powerful than what this rumored. I don't like it. Let's move on. Let's move on.
So Switch Pro hard cut to Breath of the Wild 2.
You think they start with that?
Oh yeah.
If they start with Breath of the Wild 2, Nick, like, what else do they have to reveal? Like, it's Nick.
Metroid Prime 4, Mother 3, Pikmin 4.
We are already so hyped up for Nintendo's press conference. If they put Breath of the Wild 2 as the opener, they will.
Wouldn't they?
They will put hype onto the hype. They will have hype within the press conference built up. Like, it'll be ridiculous.
The same thing.
It'll be ridiculous.
Why wouldn't they show? Why would they save that for the end?
I'm agreeing with you.
You're not. Shut up. No, you're not.
Breath of the Wild 2 opening game. But do you think that, I mean, who do they have? Did they have Did they just start with Breath of the Wild, or they have like a little bit of a build up to it as like the opener, or you hear the switch and then it's just Breath of the Wild?
That was a really good snap, by the way. That I was at E3 for a minute.
I was in the future.
What? Wait, what were you saying?
I said, do they have like, because like the direct, like they always have like the kind of the host come on and talk or whatever, and then they move on. Do you think it's just and then Breath of the Wild 2?
No, there's gonna be a COVID disclaimer, and then it's gonna jump into.
Oh, you're right. You're right. That's true.
Mark my words.
S tier snap. Thank you. Okay, that's a very bold statement, Nick, but
it's not bold. It's not bold.
You're right. You're right. It's not bold, but it's Nintendo we're talking about here.
You're right.
Like we have to lower, but also raise, but then also check ourselves and lower our expectations for Nintendo. But also, I feel like that could be very possible. So, boom, no pro announcement at all. Not even mentioning it. They immediately jump into Breath of the Wild 2, whether it's just a hard cut to Breath of the Wild 2, or they have some sort of host, whoever it is. Mm-hmm. Breath of the Wild 2. From there, we don't have to go in order of what's going to be revealed. But
I will have a caveat. If the Switch Pro is announced before E3, there will be a disclaimer at the bottom saying that Breath of the Wild 2 is running on the Switch Pro.
Of course.
And it'll look incredible. Yeah, of course.
Of course.
All right, let's get outside of this. I knew this would happen. I knew once we had the Nintendo, it would just kind of derail. So let's ground ourselves a little bit.
Okay.
Let's talk about some Smash character reveals.
I thought they were done. Is there one more?
No, there's two more at least.
Oh
I think there's two more in Fighter Pass 2. So definitely Master Chief.
I could see it though.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to calm down here. Smash Bros. Reveal Master Chief.
Yeah, Master Chief.
He just the trailer starts off. Mario's just chilling there. I mean, he's already been stabbed through the heart with Sephiroth's sword. So let's just say Master Chief runs in and just he throws a plasma grenade onto Mario and then just corpse humps him. No, but yeah, I could see a Master Chief reveal. I mean, Microsoft is very open to their characters. I mean, it's in Fortnite. It's in Fortnite, right? Master Chief's in Fortnite, so why not come to Smash Bros?
I think we'll get Master Chief, and then we'll get one more. I think they'll do a twofer.
You think so?
And I think so.
Okay.
I think they'll do. I think they'll do one for the Western audience, so Master Chief, and then one for Japan, or one for a more Eastern audience. I don't know what that would be. Maybe like Dante from Devil May Cry. That's a Western franchise too.
Yeah,
but
but
that would also be cool.
Well, it's a Japanese studio.
Well, maybe Dante from Devil May Cry.
Master Chief and
but that's almost too many badass characters at once.
Yeah. They need
like an Animal Crossing character and then Master Chief, or like Doomslayer or something.
Banjo's in the game, right?
Banjo's in the game. Yeah.
Okay. How about Ori?
That's pretty good. That's too Microsoft though, but that'd be pretty cool.
I mean, well, or Ori.
Yeah. Okay. Master Chief and/or Ori, and then
another Pokemon. No, I don't know. Detective Pikachu. I don't know.
I got it.
All right.
During this direct, they're gonna announce either a new Fire Emblem or a remake of a Fire Emblem,
and then
that character is gonna be the last DLC character in Smash.
I think there will be riots.
Yeah, there will be.
All right,
and it's gonna be a sword user.
All right, I'm gonna say Master Chief and or Ori, and a mysterious guest. I don't know. Because I have no idea. I mean, there's so much they could pull from. Hopefully, they would do a franchise that has not been plucked from yet.
Plucked. Pikmin.
No,
Pikmin
Captain Olimar's
4.
in there.
No.
Right? Yeah,
He
he's
is,
in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't like to dwell on Smash
because
Bros.
we don't play it, but we still like love to talk about it for some reason. I don't even know why.
Yeah,
it's a speculation, man.
It is a speculation. All right, let's ground ourselves a little bit more.
Okay. Pikmin 4.
Wait, are you serious?
Why not?
Why? Yeah, okay. You know what I think happened?
You know what? Let me backtrack. That's not happening.
Pikmin 5.
Pikmin 3.
Pikmin Forever. I think we'll see some Pokemon Legends Arceus gameplay.
Yeah,
Arceus.
I think that's
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's safe gameplay. I don't think we need more Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I think that's sold itself, right? Arceus is what we really want.
It didn't sell itself, but it
I mean, I'm probably gonna buy it. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Just go for like a complete makeover.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still like up in the arms. Like I kind of want it just because like it's like the old school Pokemon, but then like also I'm also kind of going against what I've said before about
yeah
about Sword and Shield. So whatever, I don't know. But it's like 2D-esque, so I don't know. Maybe a Pokemon. No, there's no more Pokemon reveals.
Maybe. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say like Pokemon Souls, like Pokemon Gold and Silver, but like with like the Let's Go style of gameplay. But I don't think we need that again, right? I don't think so.
Probably not.
I think Pokemon's good.
Maybe Detective Pikachu too. I know that was announced.
Like the movie or like the game?
The game.
Really? You think so?
It was already announced. Like the game itself was announced along with the Detective Pikachu remaster for the Switch, but they haven't shown anything since I think 2019.
I didn't even realize that Detective Pikachu was getting a remaster. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably check it out then. Okay.
And I truly do think Fire Emblem is gonna get either a new game or a remake. Either
you
a
think
new game
so?
or
You think?
Or
when did Fire Emblem Three Houses come out? 2019.
2019. I think it'll be a Fire Emblem Echoes, and it'll be a Genealogy of the Holy War remake. That's Fire Emblem 4, only released in Japan. You're falling asleep. Wake up.
So a reboot or a remake?
Remake, yeah. Fire Emblem Echoes remake.
Okay. I think it's too soon for like a new Fire Emblem.
Yeah, you're probably right. I think it's more likely to be a remake than it is.
Okay. But
a new game.
Plot twist. It's only on the eShop for a month.
That'll be good. Yeah, it's gonna be right there.
That's good. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
All right. Let me just ask you a question.
Okay.
Let's get this out of the way.
All right.
Do you think we're either going to see Bayonetta 3 or Metroid Prime 4 at E3?
Bayonetta, absolutely. Metro Prime, no, I don't think so at all.
Okay. So no mention of it. Not even like another like a re-reveal of the trailer of the logo.
Still in development, guys. I don't think so.
Okay, it's not ready.
I don't think it's ready. Maybe if they do mention it, we'll get the Metroid Prime trilogy.
Okay. Yeah,
collection.
That's a good compromise.
Maybe they'll, because Nintendo does it. They'll say, hey, we're still developing this game, but here's this instead.
That's what they did with Breath of the Wild in the last Direct with Skyward Sword.
Exactly. So Metro Prime 3 Collection coming out this year for the Switch. Boom. I think that's pretty strong, right? That's it's not like crazy.
That's a good like August or September game.
Yeah, or like maybe early 2021 or something, or 2022.
Yeah, or never.
or never coming out.
I do think there's a semi-strong possibility we'll see a 2D Metroid, whether that be Samus Returns coming from the 3DS to the Switch, or a remake of Metroid Fusion.
Okay.
Or just a new Metroid. 2D Metroid.
I could see a 2D Metroid. I could see both sides. Either a Switch port from the 3DS, because I feel like a lot of people probably missed that, because that was like that was after the Switch came out, right? So I feel like a lot of people probably missed that. I didn't play.
I hated playing the 3DS after the Switch launched. It felt archaic.
I'm gonna throw one out here. Hollow Knight.
Shadow Drop.
Silk Song. Gameplay. And release date.
But not a Shadow Drop.
Not a Shadow Drop. I do not think so. I don't know what the release date would be, but I think it's definitely coming out this year sometime.
Okay.
Maybe in October.
You're just saying that because it's spooky.
It's a little spooky.
Okay. All right. Another question for you. We know Monolith Soft is helping with the development of Breath of the Wild 2.
Okay. Yeah.
And they released Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition in 2020.
Right.
Do you think they will have either a Xenoblade Chronicles 3 or a Xenoblade Chronicles X remaster for the Switch? And X was released on the Wii U. I saw I lost you for a second, so I want to bring you back. Xenoblade Chronicles X was released on the Wii U, and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was released in 2017 on the Switch.
So, chronologically, where does X fall into between 1 and 2?
I don't know if it does.
Okay.
It might be like a different. I really don't know.
How have these games sold like really well?
I think 2 and the Definitive Edition have both sold over 2 million copies, so they do decently well.
Okay, so maybe Xenoblade 3 coming like 2022, and then they announce X for this year to get some hype going. Well, the Definitive Edition came out this year, so I don't know.
I can tell you don't care, and I respect that. And
I just don't know anything about these games.
Yeah, whatever. 2 is pretty good. It's a little.
Oh yeah, we'll absolutely get some Animal Crossing DLC when they shove it up now. I don't know. When Zelda happens, when the 35th anniversary, we'll get some Zelda stuff. I don't know about like it's been over a year now. Like they just been like kind of dropping stuff. So I don't know if does Animal Crossing get proper DLC? Like what would that even mean? Can you have 2 islands on the same Switch? Is the multiplayer going to be fine? We'll never know.
That's a good question.
We'll never know.
I think eventually you should be able to have 2 islands on the same Switch, but that should have been an at-launch thing and not an afterthought.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe some Animal Crossing seasonal events of some sort. You know, another summer event, and
Animal Crossing DLC stuff, whatever that means.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I think we'll see it. I mean,
yeah, I'm sure we will.
It's
Something.
a huge game.
Yeah,
people are still playing it.
exactly. It's a great game too, by the way. I don't I don't want me to sound. I'm kind of sounding condescending, but like also like I really did enjoy that game until I didn't, and then I fell off very hard. But I know a lot of people still love it, so
Yeah.
it's a good game. It's just Nintendo with their multiplayer stuff has never been great, and it's passed on to Animal Crossing, and I feel like it should be way better than what it is. But yeah, what can you do? Let's pull it back to Zelda here for a second, Nick. I know that's kind of wide open at this point, but do you think that they do in it? I think we'll see. So we mentioned Breath of the Wild 2. I think Skyward Sword is going to be there, and I think they're going to announce some additional content.
Okay.
It's I know. Announce additional content. I'm not saying and stuff like.
I'm a little poo-poo on this game. I'm gonna be honest. I'm really not.
I'm not saying it's gonna be Bowser's Fury level of like content, but I think there's gonna be something there.
Okay.
Something. That being said, I think they'll. I don't think Zelda's 35th anniversary is gonna be in this direct. I think there will be an announcement for that direct in the future. Possibly, but I do not think it's going to be. If it was, holy shit! But I don't think it'll be there. Yeah, that'd be a lot of stuff
to cover in 40 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be there. I think it'll get announced. Maybe they'll announce something as part of like the anniversary, but I don't think there'll be like the full scale, direct. You know, with Zelda.
Yeah. That's a good point. I think you're on track. I think they'll announce another direct for later in the year.
Yeah, and I think it'll probably be after Skyward Sword comes out.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what else do I have? Maybe a Super Mario Party 2.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
It seems like they're kind of testing the waters with their online capabilities. Maybe they're going to transition that to a new game.
Yeah,
I think
maybe
we could see something. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully, it has more content than the first game. But
do you think we get a new Mario game announcement, whether that's Odyssey 2 or something else, or do you think it's just too kind of early for that?
I think it's kind of too early.
Okay.
Just I don't think Nintendo would want to put both Breath of the Wild 2 and a new Mario together. But those are two different genres. So I really don't know why they wouldn't.
Two different genres. I do not think Mario will come out this year for sure. It'll be probably next year. But do you think it'll get announced?
That could be their closer.
So, Mario announcement.
Mario. Yeah, just
Proper.
Odyssey 2 or something. Or Mario Kart 9. I mean, that it's kind of ready, you know?
3D
still
Mario.
Like 8 still sells well, but
announcement, or I don't think both of them will be in the same one, but maybe Mario Kart 9 or Mario Kart 9, something like that.
We were putting too much hope into the C3.
Don't we always?
Always.
What else?
Splatoon 3. Do you think we'll see any more of that?
Absolutely. I think we'll Splatoon. Man, it comes out 2022.
Really need to see any more of that.
Yeah, I think no, I don't think we'll see it. I think it'll have its own direct at some point down the line or something like that.
Okay.
I don't think E3 is ready for it, or I don't think it's going to be shown in E3. It's unless they have something crazy to announce for like the story mode. Otherwise, it's just Splatoon.
Yeah, just new maps and
yeah.
Yeah. Other than a new Pikmin, that's kind of all I had on my list. What do we have here so far?
Breath of the Wild 2, Smash Brothers reveals, Pokemon Arceus gameplay, Detective Pikachu gameplay, Fire Emblem Echoes remake, Bayonetta 3 gameplay, Metroid Prime 3 collection, 2D Metroid announcement maybe, Hollow Knight Silk Song gameplay and release dates, Xenoblade 3 or remaster of X, Animal Crossing, some sort of additional content DLC, something like that. Skyward Sword, possibly. Mentioning of Zelda 35th anniversary and either a new proper 3D Mario game or Mario Kart 9.
That is...
And now that I'm thinking, I think Mario Kart 9 is probably the one that I think would be announced.
Okay.
Just because we've had so much Mario last year. But I'll leave it in there just so it's there.
So realistically, I think we'll see Breath of the Wild, Smash characters, Pokemon Legends gameplay, Animal Crossing DLC, Zelda 35th anniversary, some sort of thing for it. I think we'll see Super Mario Party 2. I think we'll see some sort of Fire Emblem something. And then for like a big like announcement, I think we'll either see a new Mario or Xenoblade.
Okay.
3.
What are the odds that Breath of the Wild 2 is not at the E3 Direct?
I'd say like a 40% chance, which is way higher than I am comfortable with. But I think there's a chance that they're going to come on video, or Miyamoto is going to come on and say we're still working hard on it. Honestly, that would kind of kill the presentation for me. Like, I don't think there's anything they could show that could make up for not having Breath of the Wild 2.
Unless they just jumped into Zelda 35th stuff and just kind of knocked it out and said, hey, we got a direct coming for Breath of the Wild 2 in the future or something, in a few months. Then maybe I could be okay with that because, I mean, I'm already...
something is happening.
Yeah, I'm already sold on Breath of the Wild 2. Like, at this point, we just want to see it, right? We just want to see what the gameplay is, all that good stuff. I think I just want to know what they're going to do for the 35th anniversary at this point. That's kind of what I'm most excited for right now.
Is what they're going to do.
Is what they're going to do. What games they're going to do, all that good stuff. But I think they have to have something Zelda there, whether it's that or the anniversary. Something. If neither of those are there, yeah, that's a little disappointing. Unless they just have some really awesome announcements.
Unless they show Prime 4.
Yeah.
And Bayonetta. But like, I don't even think Bayonetta would save.
No, I don't think so.
E3 for me.
And I think that's a pretty niche game anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless they just have something crazy to announce, like maybe, I don't know. I'm not affiliated with like F-Zero or something, but like maybe something like that. Or like a new...
Like a Golden Sun.
Yeah, or like a Star Fox, like another like Star Fox like adventure kind of game. That would be really cool. I mean, they got a lot of franchises they don't do nothing with, so we'll see. So there's a lot of opportunity as well. But Nintendo, I feel like it's going to disappoint the most out of all these.
As well. Kind of as always.
Yeah. So
and like, I'm looking at this list and like, this isn't even feasibly possible because you got to make room for all the third-party stuff.
Of course, yeah.
Maybe that's a little bit lesser this year because there are a lot more third-party conferences than there were in previous years.
Yeah.
But even with those, you're going to have your 3 to 4 minute trailers of games you don't really care about.
Yeah, I hope that's not the case. Especially, I feel like they've got a lot of criticism the last couple of directs, especially the last one. But I mean, we'll see. Hopefully they learned, and hopefully they got some real bangers that come out of this thing. But I mean, either way, I'm excited, and I'm gonna be super hyped up that day of, and we're gonna be ecstatic and ready to go.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we'll come out of it, entertained and just hyped up for what's to come. But either way, it's gonna be a fun day, anyways.
I do hope before you close out, I do hope they drop their current format of directs where they do the headings, and then go from one to another. I don't really want to hear any commentary.
Yeah, I prefer just the straight announcements, like
trailers.
Just trailers.
Just fire them at us.
Throw the world premiere at me in my face. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on that page. I'm over the commentary for most of these things because they're, for the most part, like, it's not necessarily the people, it's the writing that kind of sucks. It's redundant. Like, I don't need you to explain the game. I'm smart enough to understand what the game is. I've played games a lot, most of my life, so like I kind of get the general gist of what you're throwing at me. And maybe it's just because, last year we've had so much commentary with these reveals and stuff that I kind of just miss the E3 style of just. And there's a lot of like lame stuff, especially Ubisoft. They've got a lot of lame stuff in their conference, with their live conferences. There's been a lot of really bad stuff with Ubisoft, and I'm dogging on Ubisoft right now, but yeah, there's been some bad commentary with the live E3 stuff. But I'm ready. I like just the back to back like Game Awards style, just back to back trailers, So
yeah, and I think Microsoft does a good job with that.
I think so too. Yeah. I think so. And like, you gotta love Phil. You gotta love when Phil comes out on the stage. Like,
yeah.
He's a hype man. He is.
He is.
It's like Miyamoto. You see Miyamoto on stage, like, it's hype, and you automatically know it's gonna be Zelda or Mario or something. So
yeah.
I'm super excited. I know. Even if these conferences aren't great, it's still gonna be a fun time. Any last notes for Nintendo? Any last hopes you have for them other than what we talked about? It's been a long episode tonight.
I think that's about it. We covered most all of it.
Cool. Well, let us know, guys, what your predictions are for your hopes and dreams for the E3 showcases that we announced, what we've gone over. Do you agree with what I know? We're kind of throwing everything. We're throwing a lot at you. I know it's a lot of hopes versus like what's actually going to happen. But do you guys agree? Is there something that we missed entirely that you hope that happens? Game franchises that you want to come back? Let us know. Nick, where can they tweet that at?
They can tweet that at Gaming WT Bros on Twitter.
Exactly. And if you could follow our Twitch channel, we stream live every time we record. That's twitch.tv/gaming with the Roastcast. We are very close to hitting affiliate on Twitch, so that is awesome. So give us a follow if you haven't already. And of course, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts and share the podcast with your friends. If you've got friends that love gaming as much as we do, and they enjoy podcasts, let them know about us. And look forward to next week, because we'll have some stuff going on with our live streams and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
it's
gonna be a fun week next week. It's gonna be fun.
It is
fun. Nick, do we do a podcast next week? Or do we just do the live stuff and then the following week maybe?
Yeah, I'd say we just do the following week.
Yeah, I mean, because if we live stream, we'll react to everything going on, and then the following week. So no podcast next week because we're on vacation, but E3 falls within this time frame, so we definitely want to be a part of it. So no podcast next week, but we will be back the week following, and I'm sure we'll have lots of stuff to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
All right, guys, we will see y'all in a couple weeks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.